We're joined by Philip Charls, CEO of the European Public Real Estate Association. How do you see the prospects for further securitization of real estate in Europe?
We're very positive. At the present time, only say 2.5% of underlying real estate is securitized. So there's a lot of potential. Particularly take a country like Germany, it's only 0.9% that is securitized. So there's still a lot of room for improvement. Having said that, of course, it will be necessary that a number of countries that lack a REIT regime or a proper REIT regime, like Germany, will take action with legislation. We're very sorry that the Spanish government recently introduced REITs a couple of weeks ago and did not follow the normal REIT model. They have a corporate tax of 18%, which of course is not attractive as it's completely different from the standard REIT model.
And what about countries that don't have any kind of REIT regime yet that are looking? Do you see any coming, maybe in the next year or two that might be close?
I think Spain was one of the biggest ones. If you look at the major economies, they all have REIT regimes now. As you know, the UK, France, Belgium, Netherlands. So my main concern would be for Germany and we have had positive feedback. I mean, Germans say that if anything is possible, it should be under the new liberal government that's enforced since a couple of weeks.
What kind of investors would you say have had the most interest in European REITs, and going forward, do you see any different types of investors maybe flowing into the sector?
I think it's historically institutional investors, pension funds, though there is interest on the retail side as well. But we are very positive on the future with regards to pension funds. If you look at the demographics in Europe, it's very much a graying society. So there is a huge potential for REITs. There was a CBRE report a couple of weeks ago, and they predicted that in 2010, 20% of REITs worldwide would be held by pension funds. So one of the tasks and one of the areas that EPRA is really proactively involved in is in targeting those funds.
And in the next year or so, what do you consider to be the major challenges facing the property markets?
What's happening in the period to come, I think very much depends on the economy. And I'm not an economist, so I'm not going to do predictions, but I think there is concern about unemployment in Europe. Other than in the US, people don't have the means, companies, to fire people rapidly, so to react to the market circumstances. That leads now, I think, to a much slower trickling in of unemployment. Also, lack of indexation of pension funds, leads to less consumer spending. So I think in the period to come, it's quite a challenge what economically will happen in Europe.
What's your view on current property valuations in the continent and UK? If
I look at the numbers, say, for instance, the UK, it's at a premium right now, 4% to NAV, while historically it's at a minus 20%. Continental Europe is at minus 10%, while historically it's at 1%. So what can the conclusion be? Has the UK marked down too far? Europe not enough? I think this is what will be playing out, I think, in the months to come.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Philip. For more information on this and other REIT news and analysis, check out REIT.com.